This portion of the video will show you how to open and prepare a GarageBand project for recording. Go ahead and go down to the dock and locate the GarageBand icon. Once located, open that, and if it's not in the dock, you can find it in the Applications folder, which is also located over here. Once GarageBand is opened, you need to ensure that it opened the proper project. Up at the top, you'll find the project's name. This is Other Project and is not the one we should be recording in. So go to the Control menu up at the top, click File, and scroll down to Open. Select that, and you'll find a Browse menu. You need to locate the Rain Master file, which should be located in a Rain Sermons folder or a Rain's Recording folder. Once in there, locate the Rain Master, select it, and open that. The Rain Master file has mostly been set up and it should be ready to record, but there are a few things you want to ensure are ready to go before you start recording. So as you can see here, we'll have two top level menus, Real Instrument and Master Track. Under Real Instrument, go to the sub-menu Edit, and these are the effects that are placed on a voice recording. Down here, if you click these rectangles, you can add new effects. Go ahead and select that, and the first effect that we're going to add is going to be a peak limiter. So scroll down in that drop menu to the AU peak limiter. Click on that to add it, and as you can see here, it is activated by this highlighted blue square, and these top effects are not activated. We're going to add one more effect called the Speech Enhancer. So again, click on here and scroll up this time to Speech Enhancer. Click on that to add it. These are the two most important effects to add, and the other three can be left unactivated. But before you begin recording, you'll want to ensure that these two other effects are all the way off, the Master Echo and the Master Reverb. They're shown here disabled, but are also located up in the other menu, Master Track. Click there, and under the Edit submenu, you'll find them again as Echo and Reverb. Shown here, the Echo is disabled and the Reverb is left on. Make sure you go ahead and turn off the Reverb. To begin recording, go down to the left of the Play Control button shown here and locate the Record circle. Go ahead and press this red circle to begin recording. Once recording has started, the progress bar will scroll across the screen showing real-time volume levels that are being recorded. If the volume levels go off the charts, they are too loud and should be adjusted by the gain slider on the soundboard. If they are too low and just show a flat line, such as this, then they need to be increased on the soundboard slider. Go ahead and observe this for a few minutes during the sermon and find a good range that is not too loud or not too quiet, and then you can let that record until the end of the sermon. Before the second set of worship begins, you'll want to come back and stop the recording. So again, come back to the Record button and click that to stop it. If it continues to scroll, go ahead and click the Play button to stop the scrolling. One of the most important things to do before going home for the night is to save the file. So again, go up to the File in the control bar and find the Save As button. It's important to do Save As instead of Save, because if you click Save, you will override the Rain Master file and render it useless for the next time. So make sure to go to Save As, select it, and then rename it as something other than Rain Master. Make sure to give it a descriptive name such as the date of the sermon or the title, and save that in the Rain Recordings folder. Once you're sure that it is saved and good to go, you can go ahead and quit GarageBand and close up for the night. This portion of the video will show how to edit and prepare sermons to be exported as MP3s. Again, open GarageBand from the dock and find your way to the main menu shown here. Once at the main menu, locate the Open an Existing File button. Select it, and again find the file you wish to edit and prepare to be exported as an MP3. Select it and press the Open button. GarageBand will open the file and take it back to where you last left off. If this is your first time opening it since being recorded, that will be at the end of the sermon. To find your way back to the start, locate the Play Control keys at the bottom of the screen shown here. Click on the far left one to go back to the start of the sermon. If you wish to zoom out on the sermon, click this triangle and drag it to the left to zoom out and to the right to zoom in. If you wish to scroll across the sermon time-wise, find the track head at the top. This will be a triangle with a red line going down the bottom of the screen. You can click the triangle and drag it across the screen to accurately find location and time. The track head has a time marker with it as well, shown on the bottom of the screen here. Wherever the track head is placed, it will be the time shown on the bottom. What you need to do now is use your best judgment to determine what is necessary to the final recording and what can be removed. The essential components to the final recording are the introduction prayer, the sermon, and the closing prayer. Communion and worship sets can be left off, so this will require listening to the sermon and locating the areas that can be left off. Once you know these time markers that can be removed, drag the track head to that location, select the sermon track so that it is dark purple, and to split the tracks, either press Command-T or go up to the Edit in the control bar and scroll down to Split and click that. This will split the tracks into two separate tracks that can be dragged around or removed. This is introduction that is not necessary to the final recording, so select it and press the delete key. Before you move on, click the remaining of the sermon and drag it back to the start of the project. This must be done again for the end of the sermon. To get there quickly, you can zoom out, drag the track head to the end, and again listen to what is really necessary. As you can see here, the volume drops off in this area. This may be final silence or just low speaking. You must zoom in to tell the difference, or better yet, just listen and use your judgment. This area I know is just low speaking and should be included in the final sermon, so drag it further to the end to find the closing prayer. Once you locate the closing prayer, you can place the track head at the time marker that you found, best by listening, and again split it by either pressing Command-T or using the Edit bar and going down to Split. Click on the portion you wish to remove, select it, and press the delete key. Listen to everything you have to ensure you have all the proper components and that nothing is missing. You can save your work in the File menu drop down and click on Save, and then if you're ready to export it as an MP3, find the Share drop down, click it, and select Export Song to Disk. Once selected, another drop down menu will appear. Ensure that your settings match these to an MP3 encoder set to high quality and click Export. Another menu will appear where you have the option to rename your file. It's best to keep it as something descriptive. In this case, I've already used this name, but that's alright because this is just a demonstration and we can override it. At this point, your song will start exporting to an MP3 format. This could take up to an hour and a half depending on the length of the sermon, so be prepared, and if necessary, you can go and do something else and come back to this later. We'll just cancel this for now for this demonstration. Well, that's it, and you're now ready to record and put this on the internet. Thanks for listening.